Alright guys, what's up? We're back again and this is the top 10 biggest Bleach flex moments. So let me know if these are some of the top 10 that you would pick or some that you would pick, and just comment and subscribe down below. Oh guys, let me know which one is your best favorite Bleach fights or favorite Bleach moments, really. Like I said, this is just in the top 5 or the top 3. When Ichigo meets Kenpachi for the first time and Kenpachi got that whole pressure going and they were like, who's the strongest? I guarantee you that's going to be it's going to be in the top 3. I know either top 3 or top 5. I wouldn't be surprised if it's number 1, but I bet you it's in the top 3. I'll be very surprised if it's not. If it's not, tell me down below and comment down you was wrong. Sorry.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the times when Bleach characters showcase their power or otherwise asserted dominance over others.
Oof. This might be number 1 though. Oh my god.
Number 10, Yamamoto throws hands. Walking inferno that he is, Captain Commander Yamamoto is a force to be reckoned with.
I just love anyone with the element of fire. I just think it's so badass. I don't care who has it, how they use it.
He reveals that one device, a strange absent-minded Arrancar, has been specifically engineered to seal away Yamamoto's fiery Zanpakuto.
Even Aizen admitted that Ryujin Jaka is too powerful for him. Aizen, the guy that's so OP that can fight anyone. He ripped out his shirt and said, let's go. And if anybody knows anime, old characters are OP as heck. They said, boy, let me put my sword down. Let's go. Put those hands up. Do you think you can kill me to seal away my Ryujin Jaka? Yeah,
the
boy.
1,000-year-old Shinigami has been the strongest for a long time for good reason, and his Zanpakuto is only a part of the reason
As he
why.
said, there's a
Even
reason
if
why I'm
Wonder
top,
could
why I'm
speak,
head
he'd
captain.
be speechless.
There hasn't been a Soul Reaper strong enough to defeat
turns
me.
the tables on Baragon.
I wouldn't really put this on the list.
One of the most
This is not a flex
Espada.
moment.
His
This is just more of a.
Respira can rot away basically anything.
Hachi is pretty OP. I feel like his Zanpakuto will be broken as all
He
get
also
out.
survives the Zanpakuto equivalent of a point-blank nuke to the face. However, Baragon makes the mistake of using Respira against Hachi. The unassuming Vizard may get his arm disintegrated away, but he's a barrier expert. Hachi places his arm in a barrier and then sends it into Baragon's stomach.
That's more of a activate my trap card. Reverse. This is a Yugi moment, honestly. I wouldn't put this on the list, but this is a reversal card
Big brain
for sure.
Uno reverse.
Yeah,
Hachi
see, I
can't
just said that.
defeat him, so he uses Baragon's own overwhelming power to do it. Congrats, you played yourself.
And then that music playing,
Number
then
8,
he throws it.
Kenpachi's eye patch.
Thought they were about to put on him, like, alright, they tripping.
Kenpachi is strength personified. The battle-hungry Shinigami captain obtained his position through raw physical power and unreal spiritual energy.
Yeah, this right here. Once the eye patch came off,
During
it was
several
like
of
a
his
whole
battles,
different fight.
Kenpachi's foes managed to tear off his
And to
eye
think
patch.
this is a nerfed
But
Kenpachi
in
from the
addition to
get-go.
an undamaged eye, they unleash his true spiritual pressure.
I can fight with all my might. That was over.
Kenpachi loves revealing to his opponents that his eye patch seals a large portion of his enormous spiritual energy. He deliberately weakens himself so that he can enjoy fights
No,
longer
Notora accidentally
and
did it. That
actually
was the thing
struggle.
with that. Notora, it was an accident. And then Kenpachi didn't even realize it. Once he did that, he was like, wait a second. It's off. Messed up, Notora. Never should have took it off.
If making yourself weaker just so your opponent stands a chance isn't a flex, then what is? Number 7,
flex.
Ichigo takes Aizen elsewhere.
It's unfortunate.
Ichigo arrives, but senses can deceive, as Ichigo decides that he and Aizen should fight elsewhere.
Yeah, let's do
ここ
this.
では俺は戦いたくね
Number 6, Ichigo blitzes 3 lieutenants. Ichigo
Yeah.
makes a flashy entrance to save Rukia, and then entrusts Renji to help her get to safety. The Shinigami don't take that lying down though.
And then that music start playing, and then he just starts one-shotting all of them. He's really.
captain
The more we
sent
learned
3
about him,
lieutenants
that
in
really,
pursuit.
he really
However,
never should have
Ichigo
one-shotted
stands in the
Ichigo.
way. The
I mean, Ichigo never
Shinigami
really should
all
have
released their
one-shotted
Zanpakuto. After planting
'Cause
his
he's
own
captain.
Zanpakuto in the ground,
The
Ichigo
other
proceeds
two,
to take
whatever.
all 3 of them out in one hit with his bare hands, as if to say, I don't even need a sword to beat you all.
残白刀も使わず
Treating
Oh my
Shinigami
God, that
one
song
step
gets
below
you hyped
captain
every
level
time.
like fodder, and not even using his sword against them is a massive flex.
And then,
Number
of course,
5,
Byakuya comes.
Ulquiorra makes Ichigo feel despair. Espada Ulquiorra Cipher utterly dominates Ichigo
You see, I
whenever the
always thought it
two
was pronounced
encounter each other.
Cipher. But it's Cipher. Or Scatter. Whatever it is.
Ichigo can't seem to overcome the pale deadpan villain, no matter what he does. After Ulquiorra enters his Resurrection form,
Yeah, see,
he
that
proceeds
form, I was
to
like,
give Ichigo
I was
a
expecting more
complete
from
beatdown,
Ulquiorra.
even in Ichigo's strongest form.
His attack was cool. Ichigo was, I mean, Ulquiorra was still an awesome character, but I was expecting a lot more from his resurrection.
However, after noticing that he hasn't dropped his sword in the face of
But
his
then-
clearly superior power, Ulquiorra decides to make him feel true despair.
Yeah, he said, "I got a
unleashes his
different
unique
form."
second Resurrection form.
知らぬなら教えてやる
And this, the form, when he went to that second form, I'm like, oh, he different. Now,
Ulquiorra is
you can
already
now
winning,
you arguably
but he releases
who's
his true
stronger?
power
Is Ulquiorra
just to
stronger
rub
than the
Ichigo's
Espadas?
nose in it.
I don't know, it's a debate.
レスレクシ
Truth be told,
セグンダ得た
it looks awesome as hell. I would say possibly, but Respira
Number
and
4,
Stark are pretty
Kenpachi
broken.
makes Grammy imagine
Well,
defeat.
Respira
This
is.
paragon of
Baragon.
Shinigami strength faces many powerful opponents, but the one
This
with
is-
perhaps
yeah.
the most broken ability is Quincy Sternritter, Grammy.
君を殺
Yeah,
して
there's
みせ
no
よ
ability more broken than his, honestly. Well, no, yeah, there is. The Almighty.
理屈の通じねえのは
But this would be second. Well, maybe not second. Honestly, if you think
Grammy
about
can
all
make
the
whatever he
characters,
imagines into reality.
I would say second. But if you think about the other characters and what they can do, the Stern Raiders, Grammy's ability of imagination is up there, but I don't think it's the top.
You'd think that would make Grammy unbeatable, but this is Kenpachi
Or if
we're
Grammy
talking
was
about.
actually smart with his
Throughout their
ability, I think
fights,
he would be
Kenpachi
broken. He would be
repeatedly
way more
defies Grammy's
broken.
expectations, from cutting a meteor to surviving the vacuum of space to escaping unscathed from explosions or a hail of gunfire. Kenpachi is just him.
単純な
Yeah,
話だ
he's that guy.
俺に切れねえ
There's
もの
nothing
は
I
ね
can't
え
cut.
He's so him, in
Yeah.
fact, that Grammy tries to imagine surpassing him, but
And he
can't.
just couldn't.
Now
It
that's
just-
a
body just
flex,
started ripping
making
out.
someone who can make anything he imagines into reality believe it's impossible to overcome you.
おめえはおめえの
And you
中
turned me
で
into a monster
俺を
inside
化
your
け
own
物に
head.
しちまった
Number 3, Aizen
Aizen.
trolls everyone. Not only is Aizen a brilliant
wouldn't say he trolls
mastermind
everyone.
and story-breakingly powerful,
He just one
he's
shots
also
everyone. He just
a
don't
grade A
care at this
troll.
point. He was trolling the other time. This time he wasn't trolling. He just said, yeah, let me just go ahead and do this.
Confronted by
He's very
Shinigami
trouble.
captains past and present, in the fake Karakura town, Aizen looks like he's outnumbered and outgunned. That is, until he proceeds to easily
Aizen never
and
outgunned
rapidly
because
defeat
Aizen is
each and
Aizen.
every
Always
one of
will
them.
always be Aizen. Aizen is just, he's just Aizen. I'm saying Aizen so many times.
Cutting them down, throwing them
He's a
into
character
each
that
other.
literally just saying
Even
his
when
name
they
is
briefly
power.
look like they've got the upper hand, it's just Aizen hypnotizing them into attacking one of their own.
Which I'm still trying to figure out when and how they do it. That is the biggest thing. When did he do that?
He may supposedly have shared rank with some of them, but this exchange serves to prove just how far beyond them Aizen is. Number
That's
2,
why I love
Ichigo
Aizen.
runs circles around Byakuya. Ichigo's first time releasing his Bankai is incredible.
I wouldn't say this is a flex because he really wasn't running circles around him. I mean, maybe he was, but I wouldn't consider this a flex. The other ones I get. This one, the Hachi one, I don't know.
He's a flex. However, after revealing his surprisingly simple Bankai form, Ichigo proceeds to seemingly teleport to Byakuya and hold his arm
To get started in day
to his throat.
どういう報いを受けるのかをな。
Now, okay, maybe. I might say that
he could
was
have
a
won
flex.
the fight right then and there. But in a further flex of his newly obtained power, Ichigo proceeds to literally run rings around Byakuya, outspeeding the stoic Shinigami
for a little
captain
bit.
and his tiny dancing blades. Ichigo doesn't want to just beat him, he wants to one-up the arrogant Shinigami first.
Now, this fight wasn't just one fight. Now, this is one of the best fights in Bleach,
Before we unveil
for
our
sure.
top pick, here's a few honorable mentions. Ichigo blocks the Sokyoku, a blade said to hold the power of 1 million Zanpakuto.
Yeah, Ichigo blocked it.
For him, those punks are gonna need medical
that was
attention
pretty.
for this.
外した
Aizen is unmasked as the big bad
Yeah,
behind
I
it
should've
all.
figured
It's
Aizen were
basically
gonna
an
be on this
excuse for the
list
seemingly humble captain
multiple
to
times.
flex on everyone.
He even stopped the darn theme song from
His
playing.
pursuit of Rukia sees a wounded Renji and Ichigo team up to save her. While even they admit it's unlikely that they can win, they still believe that they can create an opening. Ichigo charges Aizen, his theme music blaring, at least until Aizen stops both Ichigo's theme and his sword with just a single
He literally
finger.
stopped the theme song. That's just broken his head. And how they did it was just so it just stopped
At
it.
this moment,
And you
Ichigo
hear
isn't
the
number
no-
one, Aizen is. This feels like a flex not only on Ichigo, but also on the viewer for thinking Ichigo had a chance.
Oh, I knew Ichigo did have a chance.
いちご
Did we miss your favorite flex? Let us know in those comments below.
Well, alright guys, put in the comments that I was wrong. It wasn't even a top 5, top 3. It wasn't even on the list at all. I was thinking it would be on the list. But hey, what can you do? Anyway, these are the top 10 biggest flex moments. Some of them I agree with. Most of them I agree with. The other ones, But there's so many different lists of these that we'll go through them. We'll definitely got more to go through or so. But hey, leave a comment down and like below, and I'll see you all later. Catch you later.